Let's take a trip to Podcast Town.
I once,
I'm fucking gonna sing, dude. I'm in a mood to sing it.
Why
I'm gonna
don't
sing
you
the
do that
shit
with
out
your
of
fucking
it.
band? Why don't you
What's
do it
that?
with your band?
Because that's we'd play instrumentals, dude.
Well, then maybe you should start singing.
Not gonna do it. Won't put it together.
Aren't
Not
the place
gonna,
to sing?
It's a perfect place to sing.
No, it's a terrible place to sing.
No, so sing it up. Let's sing this thing together.
You can sing Manorama.
How did that go? Manorama. I can't remember. I know he's half man and half piranha.
Manorama, he's a man and a piranha. Now, go ahead.
Manorama, he's a man and a piranha. I don't think that's it. God, different melody
How
line.
do you not?
But that's the thing. Like, what
wrote
if you
the
were
greatest song in the history
I can go
of
back and
the
listen to
show.
it. Yes, I know.
And
Thank
number
you.
one,
First off,
I asked you to
that
lay
might be
down.
That might be the first recorded compliment you've ever given me.
The first thing to
That's
say.
the nice thing you've ever said. Hey, can I ask you something?
No, I'm talking. I'm asking
What do you do to the collars of your shirts? Why can't you just wear them? There you go. Like the collars of a shirt. Like why you lay them flat?
I didn't.
You lay the
I
collars
just put
flat.
the shirt
They're
on.
always flat.
Okay, I don't pop them up. I don't give
Do you
a
not
shit.
put them on hangers, or where do they come
Yeah,
from?
they're on
Do you
hangers.
just
I
pick
took
them
it
up?
off a hanger and put it on.
But you step on it before you put it on.
No, I'm in the kind of area where I don't give a shit.
I know, but that's not a good area to be in.
It doesn't.
That's where the homeless
matter.
are with their clothes.
No, there's a lot of people like us.
The post
No,
I'm married,
no.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's all fine. I don't give a shit about fashion or anything.
It's not fashion. It's just looking. It's just looking nice. There's a difference between
Yeah, no, I
fashion
don't care.
and not looking like your clothes have been stepped on. I'm just trying to get the collar.
It's fine.
To,
I put it on. I'm
to
totally
stay
fine
up.
with it.
I know. I'm just trying to help you.
I mean, I hate you so
We're
much.
best friends.
I can't-
We're best friends.
But
You're my best friend.
God damn it! That's the worst thing you've ever said to me. Look, I just right now, I would just love to fucking punch you. Like no jokes, no jokes. I would love to punch you in the face.
Not
just
gonna happen.
fucking hit you.
No, you can't.
This is walking the room. You fucking. cunt. Great intro.
It's a good intro.
We're joined by one of the greats. Is that good?
Yeah.
He's a coward because he does improv on stage.
And you and I do in the real world, bro. Right?
He is one of the founders of ECB. You have a podcast on the Earwolf comedy empire called Improv for Humans, which I've tweeted into. I don't believe you've ever used one of my tweets.
I'm sorry, you're always a little late. I have observed.
I do
them.
do them really late though, don't I?
After the show's over. A day
That's
later.
the wrong time. That's wrong time to tweet.
That's no reason not to use it. And you have a movie out
Yep.
called Freak Dance.
Freak Dance available in every way possible.
It's on DVD now, right? Is it on
Netflix, iTunes,
You can
Amazon.
probably rent a hotel room and go watch it there,
You
right?
can jack off to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it jack-offable?
Yeah, there's some hot in it. I've seen the trailer.
Yeah. If you can, there's a lot of metaphorical sex in it. If you have a really big imagination.
Oh my God, that's how I like my sex.
Yeah.
I mean, no, but no one does that anymore because sex is so
Prevalent?
like you can just go on, you can type in anything and go, I want to see some guy fucking a shoe, and then you
When's
can
the
go
last
watch
time-
a
Oh,
guy
yeah.
fucking a
Well, not
shoe.
that. There's competing sites.
When's the
Yeah.
last
Like, there's
time
a
you
few different
jacked off
sites.
to just your imagination?
It's been a while.
No,
I mean,
but I've jacked off to the idea of fucking my imagination. Like if my imagination
Your
was a sentient
imagination's
being,
so awesome
yeah.
and-
If my imagination's so good that I would actually fuck it in the bottom.
no, why did it turn to anal? Why did it turn to anal?
Because I feel like that's how close. Like that's where we're at. There's a comfort level there.
So before
There's a-
porn mags,
Do you remember jerking off to-
farmers would have to, or whatever, the colonialists would
about
have
it?
to just think about sex.
Oh yeah, you mean before like magazines? I think they had drawings, right? There was
Hieroglyphics.
There's probably dudes who like drew fucking tits and vaginas, and
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah.
go
Draw it
buy it for
first?
5 cents. Yeah, there was probably a guy who like drew that
Oh,
shit, and then you go.
How long
by
after the
drawing.
How
By
long
drawing,
after the
yeah.
first camera was there a picture of a pussy?
That was
Like, how
the
long?
first.
Literally
That was the first
8 seconds.
photo. That was
The first
the
dude that took a
impetus for
photo that was
making-
like, "Honey, get in here."
It went like this. It went smile, and then it was take your pants off. Let's just take your pants off. You take your pants off.
Oh yeah, because you see that early porn, like that shit was around right
But
away.
now people are
Not,
just
pictures.
now people are just it's on your phone and people send it. It's just
And it's more and more graphic and crazy. So in 50 years, what's gonna surprise
You're
us?
literally gonna have a robot that you go, hey, and then it comes out of the closet and you fuck it, and then you go back in your hole, you dirty whore.
Don't say anything to my wife.
and then the robot goes, "I am your wife, asshole," and then steam comes out of its mouth.
Now, so you grew up in jerking off to like the Sears catalog and stuff, right? That was.
I was just thinking about this the other day. There was, I think it was a woman's magazine. It wasn't Red Book. Was there something called McCall's? Or
Yeah,
something?
McCall's.
Yeah, McCall's.
There was an ad in McCall's that was
Hit your
a
button, man.
woman
Hit
we
your
go.
button.
in a.
You don't know how men work. Men
a-
don't have a button. That's ladies. Dude, we got to go through this every goddamn time.
It was a naked woman with her back to the camera. So that's all I saw. But she was naked. You probably maybe saw some side boob or something. But she was in a giant like martini glass or champagne glass.
Yeah,
as if
that
it was like
big
a
back
hot
then.
tub.
Yeah.
And I just that is burned on my brain probably for a good reason. And
Yeah.
that was the first thing I jacked off to for sure.
Wow.
We got,
That's
for
beautiful.
some reason,
that
we
was
got...
a beautiful moment.
No,
How
it's
did you just
nice.
brush over that?
It's nice.
Dude, a gentleman just came in here.
Yeah.
And explained the first
Time he
thing
jerked
that
off,
made
too.
him want to just fucking
Just
rub
get it
it
out. Do it
Yeah.
out.
I mean, that's beautiful.
we would get, for some reason, we would get a catalog. It was like Montgomery Ward's or Sears catalog, one of those thick ones every
Yeah.
summer.
Bra
And
section.
Bra
all of it.
section.
The foundation garments, the panties, like the underwear, but the panties were thick.
Giant panties.
And that's why I think I like a bigger girl. But no, truly, like I think that's where that came from. Was like just always,
I like a girl who's trying to sell me something.
I do too. Yeah.
A good catalog girl.
Yeah. Who wants some pantyhose? Well, I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah. What was it for you? So for you, I think it was like
was
a Sports
it was
Illustrated,
a-
right? Like a swimmer's one,
It's-
right?
I just-
Like a what's his name? The guy that won all the awards.
Phelps?
Spitz.
Spitz.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I love a mustache and and just like a wet dude.
Like
I was all about Sports Illustrated. So any
Do you remember when those bathing suit outfits, those bathing suits ones came
Yeah.
out? The
Oh,
original
yeah.
ones. Those were that was like getting
No, I
porn.
fucking locked myself in my room for a week. Mm-hmm. Just come out and eat something.
Was Elle McPherson the first big, or was that
Yeah,
just the
Cheryl
first
Teagues.
one I remember?
Cheryl
Cheryl
Teagues.
Teagues.
Cheryl Teagues did the nude one. You could see her fucking nipple.
Cheryl
Are you
Teagues?
kidding
Yeah,
me?
yeah. I had a Cheryl Teagues.
The white bathing
I had a
suit. That
Cheryl
was
Teagues.
ridiculous.
I had a Cheryl Teagues poster.
Yeah, I had a Cheryl Teagues poster. I had an Adrienne Barbeau poster.
Adrienne Barbeau. Yes. Yeah.
I had the Farrah Fawcett, but I almost
Yeah.
feel like that was before that time, and I feel like I just had it because you were supposed to have it.
Well, that was
I'm
no.
not
We
even
were
sure I
pretty,
was
we
into
were pretty
things.
young when that came. I feel like I had it because I was supposed to have it too. But she also went like the nipples were out. So,
But do you also remember
That was
looking at
pretty
those
big.
photos, trying to see
pussy?
just anything, like
Yeah.
as though at any minute she was just going to go, oh, and stand up and pull the bathing suit aside, like that. Thing you stare at a picture long enough, where it's like it's not going to change.
It
It's
should
just a
have,
poster.
though, right?
You ever done that? Like
should have.
Like when you see a girl in line and you're looking at her butt, and there's a party that goes, she's not going to take her pants down. You can stop looking now. She's just right there.
Well, you're a creep.
It's a little bit
you're
true.
a fucking creep.
I like bottoms.
You guys had Spencer's Gifts, right? Mm-hmm. Is that what it's called?
No, that was on the East Coast.
You're
I'm from
Arkansas, right?
Arkansas.
Yeah.
It's like Hot Topics is
Really?
now.
Yeah.
You'd go there to get novelty. Am I saying the right? Is that right?
Spencer's Gifts. Yep.
And
Blaine used to have a bit about
did
it.
we
Blaine
have that?
Capatch used to have, no, we
no,
don't.
we
It was
didn't.
like it didn't
but
make it West
there
Coast.
was one poster of the woman with the cut off shirt that went just past the nipple.
Oh, yeah,
Do you know what
yeah,
I'm talking
yeah.
about? I would go to that section, just stare at that
Yeah.
poster in Spencer's.
I mean, yeah, that's when
Right, and waiting for it's
Yeah.
like you're waiting for something to happen. Like
Yeah, she
this
moves
has
just,
to become this has to become real.
Just
at some
think about
point.
the poor people that own those stores. Like, oh, there's some kid with a boner.
It's been standing there for 45
He's been
minutes.
standing there for 45 minutes. I don't want to go over and say anything because he's in he's in a trance.
Throw a magic 8-ball at him. Get out of here.
See if he can hit his pick. Oh my
We had
god,
that
that's
place at there was a store like that at the Northgate Mall that was all the posters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it was called, but that's where I would go to look at I'd be like, whoa, look at, oh shit.
There was one supermarket by my parents' house that carried Penthouse. like it was a supermarket, and it had all of them, and we literally would just go there.
Did you look? Were you able to open them up? They were in bags, weren't they?
They would, yeah, and the guy was pretty
Top
cool. Like he'd
shelf.
let you look at it for a little while and go,
He let
all
you
right.
look at it.
Yeah, he'd let you look at it, and then he would
But it was-
Start clapping.
Wasn't it supposed to be?
That was it.
Was it supposed to be
I
wrapped
actually, he
up?
comes in. You know what the thing is? He's still in my life. He comes in while I'm during sex and goes, "All right, let's go, wrap it up." Just comes out, wrap it up. Let's go. That's
How old?
enough.
Pay or
How old
play.
was he?
Come on, let's pay or
How old
play.
was he?
Let's go. They were the guys that he had to be in. You know, when you're young, everyone seems older. He had to be in his 30s.
Yeah.
And they were the place where you literally could bring in a fake ID where you were a
Oh, yeah,
black
yeah,
woman,
yeah,
and
yeah.
they're like, "Yeah, no problem."
I would have said.
I mean, I
okay,
was
okay, guys. Hey, pussy time's over.
Pussy time's
Pussy
over,
time's
boys.
over,
Take
boys.
your boners. Take your boners and out to the
And then
curb.
you guys would all go down to the creek and jerk each other off, right?
No, that was not. That was
Yeah.
only in Fairfax.
And then
Or
you'd be
wherever.
like, "Hey, maybe your mouth tastes. It feels like something that. Let's just do your mouth." And
No,
then
those-
next thing
those-
you know, Larry are blowing
no,
each other.
No, I don't.
In
And
Arkansas,
you just
I didn't
pretend
know a
like
guy.
you pretend like my mouth's a vagina, and then I'll pretend like your mouth's a vagina.
No, you're getting your life all over mine and Besser's. Have we even said that Matt Besser's here? I don't think we actually said his name.
Oh, we haven't said. No, we did. I said the things you were in, but did I not say your name?
No, you didn't actually say
Matt
my name.
Besser of
I already tweeted that shit out.
UCB,
I tweeted it out.
Freak Dance, now available on Netflix and
I will have
DVD.
tweeted this a week ago. That
And
he's
Improv
in the-
for Humans
Yeah, I tweeted
on
that shit
your
out, and I Instagrammed it.
Did you see
Wait,
my
where you
Instagram
guys
comment? I
from?
found they commented on one of your Instagrams.
You guys from
Yeah,
the city?
We're very close to each other. We grew up just north of San Francisco
In Marin.
County.
Well, did you guys ever? Were you in rural environments where you'd find garbage bags filled with porn
Yes.
just in the middle of nowhere?
Yes.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
once found there was
But-
like 50, and I guess it's just some husband is like, all right, can't throw it in my trash can. Got to
But
get
isn't
rid
it
of it in
crazy
the
now
woods.
that having gone full cycle that now we're the guys who are leaving the porn in the like a church parking lot?
Well, you don't have to. That's
Were you
the-
leaving your computer with the bookmarks?
Yeah, there's no. There's no.
I just buy it to put it in bags and throw it out places. That's why I do it, and then I watch people pick it up.
There's
And,
no.
and then I follow.
Isn't that weird though? That like it was such a ritual. Like I was thinking about this the other day. Like how long summers used to be, because there was nothing to fucking do.
There was
And so
nothing to do. You
they
just
were
fucking
great,
ride
but they
around
were
and-
fucking long. And like even like this shit, like we're talking about, like to find porn and all that shit. Like you couldn't just flip open your laptop or go on your dad's computer. Like everything took so much longer, and there was so much less to do. Doesn't that seem like that? There were just less.
So in the I don't know what year this was. So fourth grade, I must have been in fourth grade, something like that. My dad had a massive Playboy collection, like
Right.
just years of Playboys, and he kept it downstairs, like in like a basement area, sort of,
Always where it is.
on a bookshelf. But then my parents got divorced when I was in I want to say second grade, so he moved out. But the Playboys stayed,
Really?
which was like. I mean, I don't know what he thought I was going to do,
Is that
but
the
it was
only
like,
nice thing he ever did for you? That's the nicest thing that's the nicest thing you've ever said about your
my
dad.
legacy.
Well, watch, it comes full circle. So in like fourth grade, I brought some to school, and we kept them near the school under like this little wooden bridge, and then dudes would go down in the creek, and we'd look at them, and then we'd go back.
The troll would protect it
the
during the day.
There was this troll there with just a giant hard-on. It was crazy. The hard-on troll.
I got this, guys. I got it. I got this.
Years later, we found there's no such thing as trolls, and he was just a pedophile homeless man.
Yeah. His name was Robert Bynum. Apparently, he was a school teacher of some kind.
I'm taking care of these boys.
Boys, I got them. Are you a troll? Yeah, boys, I'm a troll.
Why not?
Why not?
And that is the very first improvising. Yeah, I'm a troll. And that guy's improvising out in the world, Besser.
and
He's out in the world doing it, Besser, not on some
It's a
stage.
safe stage.
Yeah, and-
Yeah. He's got his cock out under the bridge with some young boys.
So there were a few of us who would go look up Tommy Williams and some of the other young gentlemen. And then one day someone was like, "So where'd you get these?" I go, "My dad." And he goes, "Does he have more?" I go, "Hundreds." And their eyes were like, "What in the fuck are we doing
an
here?"
Industry.
So we started. So there was a summer where we just all went in and we just fucking all sit there looking at naked pictures all
Yeah,
day, and then
right.
we all go off to do our business.
Yeah, I never did
then I started
a mutual
giving-
jack
No,
off
no.
session.
No, I never did a mutual checkout. We'd all go off on our own, and then I'd give a few out.
Sure.
And then years later, when my parents, I think, sell the house, or my dad came over to get his collection. This is years later.
boy. Yeah.
I'm in I think I'm in high school now, so I'm past that, and I'm, angry and masturbating about anger.
Right.
And
you're just mastering.
I'm
You're just
angry.
you're just angry.
I'm
like
just
your own
masturbating.
fury gets you
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. So
You're like life's unfair splurt.
I'm like a little Darth Vader gentleman. So, my dad confronts me, and he's like, "So I went through the Playboy collection, and there's Playboys missing."
Where's the Dana Plato?
Well, what happened to him? Because he wanted to sell his collection. I guess it's worth money at that point. And
Oh my God!
And so I was like, "Yeah,
No, here's what you should.
you left Playboys with boys, and I gave them out.
Here's what you-
What did you think? It was gold. You gave me gold.
Here's what you should have said to him.
Boy gold.
Here's what you should have said to him. Yeah, I grew up without you.
That was my dad.
Just crushed him. Just crushed him right there. Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to hear a classic story about my dad? So, my dad, I found pot when I was in 8th grade. I found pot and rolling papers in some area of his house, and there were a shitload of rolling papers. And I started smoking pot at that point. So I'm like, I'm gonna take some fucking rolling papers. And so I took them, and then I got them back home. I'm like, where the fuck do I put these? My mom goes all in my room, so I took off the back area of my radio.
Nice.
I put it in the battery compartment.
Jesus.
Locked that shit up. And then I forgot about them. And then a couple years later...
A fire started.
And a couple years later, I'm jerking off to play. No. A couple years later, I get a new radio, and I'm going to throw that one out. And my dad goes, hey, I'll put it in my... we can listen to games. We keep it in my garage. So put it in his garage, and then he goes to put batteries in it and finds the papers and then confronts me. And I have to say, I got him from you, Dad.
Cats in the cradle, silver spoon. I got those papers from you.
Oh my God, that's
What did
awesome.
he do? Did a blank?
Yeah, it was
his
just
whole
total
face fell?
stunned. He didn't know. I even knew where he got the pot because the girl that I was friends with, her mom was a dealer. So I actually knew not only that he was getting pot, but who he was getting it from and the quality of it.
Does he still burn it?
I doubt it. I mean, I don't know. He might, but I really doubt it.
Yeah.
It's his lips are usually full of whiskey, so it's hard. I mean, he doesn't want to take that moment to
He
put
also
something
can't.
else.
It's hard to say
in.
Obamacare when you're high. It's a
You mean
you
no?
spit out.
You mean no
No
Obamacare?
It's all right. Are you close with your dad?
Well, he's dead, so
That was awkward.
Oh, wow.
He passed away recently.
passed away. That's my favorite phrase after my dad died. So your dad passed away? No, he's dead. He died. People are so uncomfortable with that. Because
I'm not.
Passed away implies he passed on. He's at some upper
Right, that's
level.
what
What happened, bro? He's in heaven now.
And it's like, well, no, I'm an atheist. He died.
No. No, I'm sorry. I'm not accepting that.
He's looking down on you right now, and he's
totally
loving
bummed.
this podcast.
He's totally bummed about what you
No,
said.
is he? I got
Yeah,
that
he's
wrong.
fucking bummed.
I thought he liked the podcast.
No, he doesn't like the podcast, but he's upset because his dad is all about people passing away. Trust me, I never met the man, but I know what's going on.
It was a week ago. I'm over it.
Holy shit. Didn't see that coming.
Was your dad an atheist?
I should have wikied you before you came over.
Yeah, they were Unitarians, which is right next to being an atheist.
Were you?
isn't
Did
it?
you go to church and stuff as a kid? Did you have to do it?
For a while, we went to the Presbyterian church just to give you structure, I think was the
Sure.
idea. But no.
Unitarian
handle-
is close to atheism, right?
It's like we're not going to have structure. It's a very hippie
My
kind
grandma
of
was a Unitarian.
Christian. Yeah, it's the coolest Christian.
My grandma
But then
was-
your dad died from handling snakes, right? Which is the weird part.
to prove a point.
Not for religious
It's like, look,
reasons.
if there's a God, I will not
just
get
enjoy
bit. My dad was very much I didn't have a buddy relationship with him. If
didn't.
that's what you're asking. I mean, he was definitely a dad.
Yeah.
And at some point when I was an adult, my parents kind of wanted all of a sudden to become buddies with me.
Too late.
And I was like, yeah,
Man,
and
that's
I
weird.
actually said that to him. I went, you know what, guys?
It's weird now.
We never had that going. My dad, he needed pot towards the end, and he was like, we should get high sometime. And that was the last thing I wanted to do.
No, that's
I was like,
weird.
no way.
That's weird. I mean, I did mushrooms with my dad.
Oh, my God.
I can't imagine anything worse. I can't imagine
let's
anything
have a
worse.
bad trip
I
together.
can't imagine anything worse. My dad listens to this podcast.
He does.
My dad
He
does.
And I've done mushrooms with your dad.
Yeah, well, we've all done.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
fine.
no, I can't. I don't think my dad would enjoy that either. But I can't imagine a weirder, a wronger thing to do.
Because you don't want your dad losing. You don't want to see him lose control. You don't want to see the brains, the halves of the brain
or
separate.
just have that much fun.
You don't want to see him enjoying himself.
Yeah, no, I don't want to. Yeah. No, I don't. And he doesn't want to. Yeah, it's no.
We used
No
to
way.
go on fishing trips, which were like a half hour outside of Little Rock. And on the way there, we'd stop at the bait store, and it was a big deal because he would go, you guys can have any soda you want. And that was, my mom was against sodas, so it'd be like, yeah, I'll have a Welch's and an orange and a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
But that was so he could buy a case of beer.
Yeah.
Case
Yeah.
by himself, and then we'd go out on the boat, and he would drink all day and just get blotto, and then on the way home is like, hey, special treat, you get to drive. Even though you're 14, you get to drive.
That's amazing.
And it never occurred to me. Like, that was always a bonding experience. We get all the soda we want on the way there, and I get to drive a car home.
And you get to drive. You get to hold my head. Who wants to hold Daddy's head? I don't know about that, Dad.
Hey, you want to see Dad throw up?
Hey, which one of you wants to stop by the whorehouse? What? I'm kidding. I'm gonna start crying in a minute, boys. I'm lonely in the house. It's lonely in the house.
Well, my dad used to get drunk. We'd go to A's games, and he would get drunk, and then he would get so plowed that he wouldn't let me drive. I would have to keep pushing him so he would stay awake while he drove.
Oh, man.
So I think that was the right way to go. Your dad was being a smart guy.
But I thought that was
I'm
our
just gonna
big
drink.
bonding
First, he took you-
moment.
also-
Yeah, right.
Also, fuck, he
Not
took
at
you to
all.
A's games.
Yeah, fuck.
Actually, in those days, A's were pretty good, right?
yeah, they were all right.
Don't they the white shoes?
But now you realize it's not a bonding moment. It was just about your dad getting plowed at a lake.
Oh, without my mom being around. And we wouldn't narc on him because we're, fucking
14.
chugging Welch's grapes.
And so would your mom get mad?
I don't think she was aware how wasted he was or how much he was drinking.
Wow.
That's a lot of drinking.
That's a,
Yeah.
we did that. But
Yeah,
it
you
was
guys
different.
said throw up. No, alcoholics don't throw up.
No, they don't. It was different back then.
Well, they do sometimes, but they can just keep
Sometimes.
going.
Yeah, no, I saw. Well, I don't even want to go into it because it's so horrifying.
Yeah.
But I saw a guy throwing up parts of himself because he was so far gone. That was fun. Hey, I'm here. I would going into the work at the store I worked in. And the boss comes out the other side, like parts of him coming out. I'm gonna call the hospital.
I work with these. One summer I worked on for a gardener. A guy who was a gardener. He would be around the truck and we'd go around and fucking mow lawns and all that shit. And I worked with two guys that we would have to stop at the 7-Eleven so they could get a couple hand steadier fucking malts, and their hands were bloodied and all fucking scabby and shit. And the one dude would just occasionally, middle of fucking thing, would just stop and go like that, fucking wipe it off. Run the fucking mower over it a couple times. Crack another beer, keep going. Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah.
like.
Like that,
How-
it's like
I
that
don't
Nicolas
understand-
Cage. Literally,
I
that
don't-
Nicolas
Our yard
Cage.
looks beautiful, but why does it smell so bad every time you work on it?
I don't understand how.
Are you planting a vomit tree?
I don't understand how the body functions for that long in that state. Because that goes on for a while. People can live like that for a while.
I don't know. Some people have that. Some people just have that.
Yeah, it finds an equilibrium.
Did
Has
your
to have
dad
it.
keep drinking till the end?
No, my mom eventually said
Cracked
enough.
down.
It's
Well, that's
gonna.
good.
Yeah, he eventually sobered up.
That's a great way to end the segment.
Yeah.
A positive ending.
Yeah.
And got
with
hooked
this.
on heroin.
Oh, we'll be right back.
This is Walking in the Room. I'm
Is
Greg
it?
Barrett. That's Dave Anthony. Right?
Oh, no. You got that completely wrong.
I'm Dave Anthony. That's Greg Barrett. And we're here with Matt Besser, who has a new movie out on DVD and Netflix called Freak Dance.
Mm-hmm.
In which it's just him dancing, I believe. That's the whole movie, right? It's just you freak dancing.
Just one angle, too. I should at least shot another
It's like
angle.
a modern jazzercise, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys ever jerk off to jazzercise? By the way, I
didn't jerk off to jazzercise, but I would jazzercise and jerk off. So what I'm saying is, like, I'd put on a videotape,
I don't think
and then
that's
I'd get
possible.
into it, right?
Yeah.
And I'd
we
put
had something called jackercise, which that was the exercise.
yeah, jackercise is also good.
I was wondering the other
do
day.
burn calories.
Because jazzercise was on all the time, and I used to watch it, and I was like, I wonder what it was like, and I went and looked at it. It is as fucking stupid as you think it was, and the fact that it was on like Showtime, right? It was on like.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're
Cable.
talking about.
You don't
It
know
was
what
on all
jazzercise was?
I do, but it was on all the time.
It was
What
on
do you mean?
all the fucking time. Jazzercise would come on at like 11 o'clock at night if you had premium channels, whichever one it was on. I think it was on Showtime, and it was just women exercising, but it was like close-up shots of of them exercising.
Yep.
It was basically a way for people to watch women in clothing.
Remember when Travolta made that?
Really?
What was that jazzercise movie that Travolta made? Remember?
He didn't make a jazzercise.
Did he make a movie? Yeah. Was that the thing with Jamie Lee Curtis, right? And they were jazzercisers, weren't they? I think so.
Really?
He wore a headband.
Well.
Yeah. He wore a headband.
I mean,
Wasn't
I
that what it was
think-
called? Perfect, right?
I think jazzercise.
Wasn't that about
is going
jazzercise?
back.
Perfect?
I don't think so.
Yeah, jazzercise.
I don't think you know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Yep.
They were
Saw it.
wearing the uniform.
Are you thinking about Michael?
I went to the Katy Perry movie the other night, and they showed a clip from.
His hair's blue.
I told him that already. They showed a clip from Grease.
In the
Old
Katy
Grease?
Perry
Yeah,
movie?
at the beginning, to get you ready for 3D, they'll show a clip from a movie, like a song from a musical, and then they'll do the words in 3D. So I guess it's to prepare you for the 3D experience.
Oh, before the movie starts.
Yeah, because people
Because you don't know what's happening.
But also,
if you've-
people go to those things, they be getting headaches and stuff. So they are they think like maybe it's too much at once. So they
That's
play
not
a trailer
why.
at the beginning, and
you
they
get
show
you get headaches because I read this scientist wrote a guy who's he studies
You get
he
headaches
studies the
because
brain
because you've gone to Katy Perry 3D. That's why you get a headache, because that's where the fuck is you have a brain tumor and you're dying and you're making shitty choices.
the reason you get a headache when you watch 3D is because your
Travolta
brain.
is so-
Am I making a point?
Yes,
You're such a fucking stupid asshole. Is there someone in the room with you?
The rest of the podcast
That was
universe
insane.
is on
Like I was literally talking, and you started talking about John
I
Travolta
was telling
as if I wasn't here. God, you're a horrible person.
That's about the
Been dead
podcast.
for 3 years. You passed on.
Am I a ghost?
Works. That's how the podcast works.
Am I a ghost?
I was just gonna tell you how skinny John Travolta was.
Great. That's
right
a
there.
great fucking book. The reason 3D doesn't work is because your brain is not actually created to look at two different planes at once, which is what 3D is. It's making your eyes look at two different planes at once.
Yes.
And your brain can't do that, so you will get headaches. Basically your eyes are the entire time shifting back and forth and working out. Like it's
If
really
you don't get
it's really bad
headaches,
for
you're
you.
stupid.
You're
you have
really
below
dumb.
100
You're a
IQ.
fucking
So if
moron.
you've ever enjoyed a 3D movie, you're fucked. If you didn't get a headache, there's something wrong with you.
Matt, you got a story for us?
Well, I was listening to you guys' last podcast where the short English lady cut you off.
Yeah, I almost clipped me with her car.
So
Twat. Right?
I was just walking to the parking lot, and then she just refused to acknowledge me as a human. And then I said, "We're human
Maybe you
beings,"
were a
and then I
ghost.
screamed too loud.
So when you call out people, as I'm a fan of doing, and both you guys are, which is one of the reasons I love your podcast. But when you're going to call out the short English lady, would you have called out the 6'7" big English guy if the exact same thing had happened?
Oh.
You know what? I think I'm dumb enough. I probably would.
I probably would have,
my
too.
anger gets up enough.
Yeah, you
in
can't control it.
I
It's like-
actually have this weird. I have a weird thing inside me where I'm like, I will fight you. Now, the second that guy goes to fight me, I will crumble.
So this is
But I'm-
exactly what happened last Friday. Because I try not to be a hypocrite, because I'm going to feel bad if I'm only going to call out people who are smaller than me or whatever.
Yeah.
So I do my little exercise walk up to City Walk every day, up that steep Universal City Hill. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And so they have those two hotels up there, as you know, like the Sheraton. And I'm crossing I'm crossing the street that feeds into the bigger street, and as I'm crossing it, the same thing happens. This guy goes across the crosswalk and almost runs over me.
Does he look at you when he does it? Because a lot of those people, they'll look at you when they do it now. They're just like, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, like, I got there quicker.
Yeah.
That's kind of the attitude.
Yeah.
So what I always do is I'll walk around and I'll play little drums on the trunk as I'm going by. Just to let them know.
I love that.
So I did that, and I didn't put dents in or anything, I'm just going as I go by, let them know, hey, man, I was just there, and you almost ran over my feet.
What kind of car is it?
It was a Cadillac. It was a big, thick Cadillac. It's probably also a rental. It was probably tourist.
I picture a Cadillac, I think, as a shooty car. That's where guys get out with guns.
Oh, no. These were definitely tourists because they were driving up into Universal City.
Okay.
So, so I do that. This guy gets really pissed. He pulls onto the main road and then pulls up onto the sidewalk. Okay, and
is he like blocking the sidewalk now, or did he just pull up like perpendicular? So he like.
And also, the sidewalk had a huge curb, so he fucked up his car.
Oh, that's
awesome. He was angry enough that I'm going to fucking make a point by driving up onto the sidewalk.
Holy
there was
shit.
no ramp. And he had a family in the car, too.
And who are going, don't.
You would think.
Daddy, stop!
You would think.
Uh-oh.
So they do that, and I'm like showing my hands, going, "What, motherfucker?
Yeah, you are.
What do you want to do?"
Yeah, you're not slowing this shit down.
One, because I don't see how big he is yet.
Yep.
So I'm like, "Yeah, what do you want to do?" And I'm pointing up the hill and saying, "I'll see you up there. I'll see you up there."
Also, people don't know this, but you get in 7 to 8 fights a week. Like people don't know that about, but you're known as the fighter.
Yeah. Improvising with you is not easy because it goes that.
Yeah. It's not safe on stage with me.
The first time I saw you, you hit Amy Poehler in the neck.
In the neck.
Yeah, it was really just like
in the neck.
Yeah, you hit it with like a sort of a side.
Yeah. When she does improv with him now, she wears one of those big when they train they train women to like stop a rapist to like in a rape class.
Yeah.
Those big self-defense body things. That's what Amy Poehler wears when she does improv with him.
Yeah, he slugged her in the neck.
Insanely violent.
Yeah. But it's still funny. I mean, if you see Besser do it, let's
hilarious.
Let's amend that. I didn't just say hitting women is funny. I'm saying Matt Besser's improvisation is funny.
Yeah. Anyway, your story.
And I'm not going to go meet him up the hill. I don't want to go up in a city walk, but I just want that to be in his head that maybe this guy's
will meet him up the hill.
Will see me up there, and that'll irritate him. So I just think he drives on. He gets off the curb and keeps driving.
Wait, he didn't get out of his car after he drove up on the curb?
Not yet.
Okay, wait.
So it's like
probably his family, like you said, were going, what the hell? And this is a pretty busy street, too.
So he pulled out of the way he was going, and he drove up on the sidewalk to block you, and then he just pulled off and started leaving again?
Well, to be fair to him, he there's a possibility of a car ramming him up the ass because this is a pretty busy street.
Yeah, it is a busy street.
So it wasn't necessarily a cowardly move on his part. Like, he was stupid to drive his car up on the fucking sidewalk,
so many
obviously.
Levels,
to sort of fake ram you with his car, to sort of let you know, hey, I'm here.
Yeah, he wanted to scare me.
You're dressed in exercise clothes.
Yeah.
Right? So you're not like, he knows you're not packing or anything.
Yeah.
Because you look like a guy who might pack. Yeah.
So then he goes up into that, you go up into that parking lot area, right? And I think I'm not going to see him again. So I keep going up on my little exercise thing. I run up these stairs when I get to the top, and I come down the stairs, and he has parked at this point. Now he's coming out of Frankenstein parking lot.
He's waiting. Wow.
No, we both see each other. I see him from like 100, 200 yards away.
Yeah.
And he and his family start pointing at me, and I start pointing at him.
Uh-oh. It's on. That
and
means
yelling
it's on.
shit.
Oh, shit.
He's also up the hill. Keep that in mind. It's kind of important in the story. So then I'm seeing how big he is. And in my head, I'm like, okay, so I could turn around, go the other way, but would that be hypocritical of me? So I start heading straight towards him. He takes his phone and his keys.
Can I ask, like, how old his kids are? Like, what's the...
They're teenagers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's how old? About...
He seems like he's maybe 5 years older than me. He's like 50 or something.
Does he have 2 boys or 2 girls? What's the...
I can't even remember.
Okay.
I think like a girl and a boy.
Sounds like you start blacking out at some point.
Well, I'm focused on, this guy's bigger than I thought he was. Or, So he gives his phone and his keys. To me, that was the scariest moment because that means
I'm ready.
he's a
We're gonna
fighter.
do this.
Because
Yeah.
only fighters do that. Only
Yep.
people, because you don't think about that
Yep.
if you're not a, in the South, it's like as soon as the guys who take their shirt off
Or
really
take their
quick.
glasses. Oh, the shirt off. Yeah, that's a good
You're
one.
like, uh-oh, this guy
Oh, 'cause
doesn't
you
want to
don't wanna
rip his
they don't
shirt.
wanna get the shirt
yeah,
ripped.
Yeah, or to be
Or
grabbed
pulled
by
over,
it.
or
Yeah.
pulled
By it,
over, or
to be
pulled over your
hockey.
head, and
Yeah.
have that. So you're like,
Hockey.
uh-oh, he.
So this guy
he
strips down.
knows.
Right,
So
this
he's
guy gets
sort of
naked.
he's sort of a professional amateur fighter.
Yes.
Like he knows how to do a parking lot situation.
Yes, exactly. So he's coming down towards me, and he also has the kind of cop mustache thing going too.
Oh,
so
fuck.
I'm starting to judge him. I'm like going, oh, fucking Republican or Tea Party, or
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
starting to put him in that thing. He's charging down the hill at me, and I'm going up the hill. And as I get closer, I'm like, what am I exactly gonna do? 'Cause he's definitely can kick my ass. But I keep on going because I'm like, I can't just back down now.
Yeah.
And we charge into each other like fucking bulls. Like, I try to have a conversation. Like, once he gets there, I'm like, you better respect the pedestrian, motherfucker, or
That's
something like
right.
that.
California has laws, and it's about pedestrian respect.
But I'm halfway through the word pedestrian, and he fucking charges into me and gives me a big old meaty, I used to be an offensive lineman, and now
Really?
I'm an out
Boom.
of shape offensive lineman kind of shove. And then I get that kind of white flash of, okay, this is real.
Yeah.
I can get my ass kicked. And then so I did a shove. We kind of did a bang, and I shoved off him, but he's coming down too.
Yeah,
so he has
so he's got all
momentum.
that.
And he pushes me, and I don't go to the ground, but it's a real shove of like, oh, fuck, this guy could beat the fucking shit out of me.
Yeah. This guy's for real.
So then I start, but I'm also faster than him. I can tell that
Advantage.
too. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm like,
So you're thinking about running
now I
now.
become the guy from the Warriors. I'm like, hey, shithead. Like, now I'm like, I know I can keep enough distance to insult him
Yeah.
and make
Yeah.
him red
And what's he
faced.
saying? What's his speech all about?
Is he talking yet?
You're a scared little prick.
Does he have an accent?
I don't remember it.
No?
No, I
So
don't
he's an
think so.
American.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's a meathead from
Yeah.
the Midwest or whatever. He's, you could just tell he's a fuckhead.
And there's
we're-
nothing better than coming out to L.A. on vacation and getting locked up for assoult.
Well,
I mean, it's
first
the
off,
way to do
here's
it.
the
It's
deal.
how you should do it.
Bros brought his family to go see Super 3D Katy Perry, right, where her hair is just super blue,
Yep.
and her breakup with Russell Band is even more intense.
Yes.
And this son of a bitch,
Yeah.
this fucking skinny walking, whatever I don't know,
Car touching motherfucker.
faggots
Yeah,
are the guy.
faggots
You know who
everywhere.
walks where I
LA.
live? Faggots.
Oh, yeah, gotta be.
Faggot plays drums on my fucking caddy, which I paid the extra buck to fucking
Extra.
upgrade, take my family to Cadillac.
They waxed it before I left that
Right?
fucking
It's still
lot.
a 6-cylinder.
Yep.
It still will be beat by any mini in town.
Yeah.
You fuck you, because sometimes I roll this way. I'm gonna take this son of a bitch down.
Yep.
So my last parting shot was, I'm gonna key your motherfucking car.
Yes!
Just to get that in his
fucking
head.
God, yes!
How about
Because
this?
he has to think about that for the rest of the day.
Yes,
And
that's
of course,
awesome.
I didn't do that. I didn't go to the garage. But I feel like he's going to have that in the back of his brain. Is that guy going to key my
Yeah,
car?
fuck yeah. And he can't go move it because then that means he's a pussy.
And I
Right.
can't turn this fucking rental in with a key scrape in it. God damn it!
So that's it. That's how. Then you walk away.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird how
I'm surprised you didn't get punched.
I could outrun him, so he wouldn't have been able to.
Yeah, but his kids must feel good because that's a nice thing to see. Your dad do.
His family was totally into it, by the way.
What?
Like when earlier I was saying, the family was probably saying, don't do it. No. When he was handing the keys and the phone, they're all like,
Go get him, Dad.
I couldn't hear that, but you could see the body language of, all right, Dad, you'll be
Yeah.
able to get this guy.
Oh, future criminals.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I just.
If you're egging your dad on to go beat up a guy in a parking lot, you will end up in jail.
But isn't it weird? There's a fantasy life that you have that you're like, I'm gonna fucking destroy you, motherfucker. Like, bring it.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it's just like in a flash that, oh fuck, this is happening, and I have none of that skill set.
Right.
like,
Oh, yeah. And even if
I
he had
don't
been
have,
my size or smaller, I wouldn't have punched him. I never have hit anybody.
No, but there's guys that are very accustomed to violence.
I've
and
told
they
the story
do
before,
that.
but when I was in college, I was coming through a crosswalk and a guy ran over my foot, and I fucking threw my books at him.
Oh, my God.
He ran over my foot, and there was a blinking light to stop us for pedestrians at college. He whipped through. He ran over my foot. I threw my books at the car, and then he stopped his car. And as I was pointing at the light, hey, motherfucker, he just cleaned me. Just cleaned me.
Really?
Just fucking. And I got up, and the car was gone. I didn't know where I was. But this girl, so this girl got his license plate. She called the cops. Cop came. He goes, I'll take care of it. Tell me your dorm room. I was like that. So the cop comes back to the dorm room, and he comes in. This is the best. He comes into my dorm, and he pulls up a seat. He sits down. He goes, "It's great. So you can't press charge. There was only one witness. There's no reason to press charges." The guy goes. It's just going to be too much of a hassle for you. Can I tell you something? This guy will never get in his fucking car again. I scared the living shit out of him.
Oh, we'd already talked to the guy.
Found him, went to his apartment, and scared the fuck out of him. Said if he drove anywhere near campus, if he touched or talked to anybody that this cop was around, he'd fucking send him away forever. Like, whatever he did, he fucking intimidated the guy. But what I liked was that the cop was so stoked about the play that he'd put on for this guy that he came and sat down in my room and was like, "Bro, I fucking scared the shit out of this dude."
That is
awesome?
the way to do it, man.
Yeah, so this guy
that's what it. Yes, you should. The days when people used to scare the shit out of people who did things bad or wrong are gone.
There was no.
Be back.
Yeah, there's no way that nothing will hold up. You know what I mean? Like you could take him to court.
So you
whatever.
terrify him.
So you just terrified the fuck out of him because I scared the shit out of this guy. He was practically crying when I left. So
don't you hate people? And I feel like I hear it more and more. People are like. Someone yesterday was saying to me, I'm non-confrontational. And they say it like they're fucking Gandhi, like they're fucking heroes for being non-confrontational. It's like, well, I let that guy know it's a fucking shitty thing to do to go through the crosswalk and almost hit somebody. Like and now next time he's learned his lesson in a way. Not that he won't do it again, but at least it's going to occur to him. Someone might be drumming on my back of my car and calling me out in front of the family. You know, it's not like honestly, he's not going to do it more, that's for sure.
He's lucky that you're not. When we had a radio show, internet radio thing, we had a sound guy who was a black belt. And he told me a story about how like he was a tiny guy. But some big guy started fucking with him, and he just fucking popped the guy once with some move, and the guy just dropped. Like, that guy's lucky that you weren't someone who could have just really hurt him.
Right. But my wife would say, I'm lucky that he didn't have a gun.
Yes,
that's what Amir says all the time.
I agree with that.
That's what Amir says all the time. Like, you're just going to get yourself shot. Because I do, like, I get upset in traffic, or I'll get, someone will bump into me, and I literally will puff up. Like, what the fuck, bro? And she's like, what is that? Like, she does not like that at all.
I'm not allowed to do it anymore because I might get shot, apparently.
Yeah. Well, that could happen in here.
Check this out. So same day at night.
We'll come back and tell that story because I'm excited. There's another one. Same day.
Same day.
Fucking Besser has a day. Welcome back to Walking.
Before we get to the story, I want to just address what he just said. So you said can we not talk about it?
Sure.
Can we talk about it?
Yeah.
You just made a face. That your wife doesn't listen to anything that you do. You said
podcast wise, she's not necessarily interested in hearing every podcast.
My wife, everything I do.
For real?
Yep, everything I do.
Is she in the industry?
I wrote a chapter. No. Yeah, that might
Maybe
be
why.
I wrote a chapter in a book, Comedy Film Nerds. They have a new book about film out, and I wrote a chapter in it. You can go to Comedy Film Nerds and buy it if you want. And she, like, immediately, as soon as it was in the house, like, picked it up and read it. Like, she very supportive. She reads and checks everything out. But she used to be in the business. She left it a long time ago. She's much happier not being in it. So she's probably more like, oh, it's not like, if you're always around show business.
Yeah.
You might not want to always keep,
No, it's boring.
It is boring.
She doesn't listen to Improv for Humans, or when I get interviewed, she knows all my answers. She knows all the stories, except for the one I just told.
Yeah, Amir's kind of the same way. Amir will listen. But she finally listened to the podcast after a while because I was like, hey, this is something I'm doing that's actually doing okay. You should check it out.
Yeah.
And she's probably mentioned in every one of them.
She's mentioned all the time, yeah. But she doesn't. She's not that interested in that kind of stuff. She doesn't like all the Twitter, all that stuff. She's like, oh, just fucking.
Right.
She's like, really? Like, she just does not. She likes it, but she does not. I have to remind her that I do it occasionally.
Yeah, sure. But she's in show business. She's
sort of. I mean,
a
yes.
writer.
Yeah, she's a writer. She just doesn't like any. She just wants to hang out with the kids and go to the beat. That's what she. All of this is silly to her. Even when she was in the music industry, it was all silly to her. It all seems silly.
It is silly. It's fucking.
How can she not treat that thing you create in your closet seriously?
She loves Dave. She loves Dave. I mean, I think she's one of those people. She's the last person to come on board with anything. I'll be saying, like, the podcast is doing really well. She'll listen around episodes. She started, like, episode 42. Like, we'd been doing it almost a year when she finally was like, oh, okay, I'll check it out. Like, really, truly, I'll be like, it's almost like the things I'm saying to her, the things a child would say, like, I'm going to dig to China. And then she'd be like, okay. And then, like, 3 days away from actually being near China, we're like, I said I was driving to China. Oh, you're really going to China? Yes, yeah. I said I was going to dig to China.
I think she's reasonable in that, though. I mean, you're making pants and you're in a band and you're doing a podcast. Like, it's all
imaginary.
Yeah, it's all stuff that like a 14-year-old would be like, I'm gonna do this, but you're older now and you're doing it. So it's a reasonable thing for her to have that reaction.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
You should be getting a job at Walmart. You should be hitting your level at this point.
I should get a job at Walmart. I'm literally at that
There's
point.
There's one opening up down in Chinatown, and maybe that's for you.
One in China.
You would be a great greeter.
Hey, welcome to Walmart.
See? It's cute.
What are you looking for?
The big pants are over that way.
Yeah, the big pants. They're all big pants.
Do you want big pants, a ham, or a wrench? Welcome to Walmart.
We got it all, bro. We got it all. It's all good.
All right, you have a second story, Matt.
Yeah, this one I want to know what you guys would do. You've probably been in the same scenario. So I did this thing called LA PopCon. It's like a cheap Comic-Con that was at the LA Convention Center last week.
God, I don't know how I didn't hear about it.
Well, apparently no one heard about it because there was nobody there.
Now, when you say PopCon, does that mean it's just all pop culture stuff?
Yeah. Well, I thought pop meant popularism. People might be there, but
right, which is where pop comes from.
But isn't pop... Like, that's L.A. just already. Like, there's just popular stuff everywhere.
It was so... Like, supposedly it's just like Comic-Con, but the celebrities, I hadn't heard of any... Like, they have celebrities there doing autographs.
You got it?
Yeah, no. Angelo got asked to go to film, Angelo...
Our T-shirt gentleman.
My buddy, and he also is a filmmaker, and he got asked to go over and shoot somebody who was giving a... He was an actor, and he was giving some sort of a seminar.
Yeah, they had panel discussions and fashion shows.
So what's the panel? What are the panel discussions about?
Just like Comic-Con, except for nothing you're interested in.
I think it's for people. No, I think this one is for people who were popular on the internet. Is that right? No, that was NetCon.
Ooh, no. NetCon.
Yeah, there's one. There was one for people who are like YouTube sensations. But I think so. Why would you want to?
Why would you want to go to a convention for people that are popular on YouTube?
Well, listen to this. They're going to do one for podcasts.
Ugh. That's a horrible idea.
At least you can see what the podcasters look like, man.
Yeah, what a treat. Oh, fuck, they are old. That's a real fucking blue mohawk. That is tragic.
They weren't joking.
That's like a pun.
So anyway, they had
So what was your thing? What were you there for?
I was being a comedian. They had different rooms set up with entertainment where a breakdance group would come out, and then a band would go up, and then but then there would be a block of comedians.
Are you sure you weren't at America's Got Talent?
Or asleep?
Exactly. So, and they're huge rooms. They're at the convention center. I was in a 1,000-seat room, and there was a block of 5 comedians, and I was the supposed headliner. So I show up.
Now, do you know any of the other guys?
I did not. They're not
people.
They weren't big comedians, but good guys. It was completely empty, dudes. there were 1,000 seats, and there were maybe 7 to 10 people that had bought tickets.
That's like one of my shows.
And then there was...
I mean, that's ideal to be in a 1,000-seat room with 7 to 10 people.
Yeah.
And then there was the people who had just gone on or about to go on. So then there was like 15 to 20 other people.
It's like the world's worst open mic.
And everyone, of course, was in the back of the room. So in like the first 20 rows, there's no one there. You're on this big, echoey, loud sound system.
How much of you during that? Now, how many times did you say to yourself, "Can I just leave?" Like,
they asked me. They said, "Do you want to leave?"
What?
The woman who booked me apologized and said, "I'm sorry. It's because it was on Thursday, I guess." She's like, "I guess the Thursday shows are not," and I'm like, "Come on, no one's gonna be here all weekend." But she's like, "If you want to leave, you can leave." I'm like, "You know what? I drove downtown. I'm already here. I'll just go up."
You're a good man, Matt Besser.
Whatever. I didn't want to waste my
It's a funny
time.
experience.
So, but meanwhile, the first 4 comedians that go up are, of course, bombing. There's no other.
What?
There's no way not to bomb, right?
Nobody's like coming out with a little energy and making the room their own.
Exactly. They're trying their best. They're working off the fact there's no one there. They're making fun of that fact. But you know what? There's no one there to laugh for them, so they're bombing. This woman next to me.
Kindler would have killed.
Yeah.
Yes.
You'd have deconstructed
If there
it.
ever was a Kindler room, that was it.
So I'm sitting next to a band, I guess, that had gone up earlier, and a girlfriend of the band. This woman starts heckling the comedians.
No.
One of the comedians
Oh man.
is doing some bit about blowjobs, whatever. And she's like, "That's not decent.
What?
That's not decent. Why don't you just walk off the stage? That's not decent." And I went, and I said...
She's a performer's girlfriend.
Right, exactly. And I said, "No one told us. I wasn't told we're supposed to do..." And I said it, sit next to her, I went, "You know what? We weren't told you're supposed to be decent, so I don't know why you're shouting that. We're just doing our comedy. We're just asked to do our comedy, and this guy's doing his comedy, and stop yelling at him to be decent. This isn't supposed to be a family show, or we weren't told that if it is, and there's no family for miles around.
There's no one at all.
So what are you talking about?"
He might have offended the chairs.
Right.
The guy in the fucking sound booth, total Christian.
So I go up, I do my set, and I end my set and go, "You know what? Instead of doing a final bit, I'm going to give you a lecture on how to watch a comedy show." And I'm just directly addressing this woman I'm like 100 yards away from her because it's such a big empty thing. And I'm like, "You know what you did yelling at him, you're not decent. He's up there bombing and struggling, and you see that and you're yelling at him. It's like if you saw someone drowning in the ocean, you went, 'Hey, you're not supposed to be swimming in there.' It's like, throw him a fucking life preserver. Don't fucking yell at him that he's in the wrong part." So I'm yelling at her, and I go, "You know what? You lost a lot of karma points, but guess what? You won a lot of cunt points." Her face.
Oh my God, you and Dave are soulmates.
Cunt points!
I didn't realize you guys
Oh
were
my
soulmates.
God, I love that!
Oh my God,
Face.
you guys, literally, you two are soulmates. Like, I'm going to leave and let you have the room together.
The expression on her face.
Cunt mate.
Cunt points!
Cunt points.
Her face just it dropped, and she was just like, "Oh!" And she stood up and she goes, "I paid to be here. I will not be..." Something like, "I'm not being insulted. I'm going to go get security."
Yes.
And then I just start laughing. I'm like, "Okay, well, I was about to step off, but you know what? I'm going to stay on stage until security gets here because I want to see how this goes down.
Oh my God.
I want to go to prison and be next to a murderer and a pedophile, and them ask me why I'm in prison, and I say, 'cause I called a woman a cunt at a comedy show." So I'm up there, and she walks out to go get security. Yeah. And so I address her boyfriend. I'm like, "Wow, dude, you must feel really emasculated."
How big's this guy?
He is exactly my size.
Perfect.
You know, we're both the same.
Now you're at your level. And let's face it, you are reacting to the incident that happened earlier that day.
Now, were you clocking him at all? Like, what's his... Like, could you see during this, was he, like, with her? Or do you think he was, like, thinking, "Fuck, I might need out of this relationship"? Like,
No, he not B.
No.
Yeah, he was with her.
He
wasn't yelling, but he wasn't stopping her either.
Got it.
And it wasn't just him. The whole band was sitting next to him, too.
Are they a Christian band? Like, I don't get what's happening.
No, they're playing PopCon. They're
Pop band. So I go, you must be really emasculated that your woman has to go get a security guy to deal with a comedian. Like, why can't you deal with me?
You're asking for him to try and beat you up.
Well, that's the next step. So now I start insulting him. I'm like, where's your surfboard? And are you guys in a funk band? You got a funky beat? Did the bass player form the band? You got...
Oh my God.
So I'm
the
just...
other comedians laughing? Because I would have been laughing.
Well, the guy who had bombed actually had left, but the woman right before me was still there, and she was laughing her ass off.
And what about the 7 people who are there watching?
They were... Half of them were laughing, that were supporting me, and one guy's going, finally, this is funny. but then the other half of them were a little horrified. Like, whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah, but they're seeing something. Those 7 people went there. They saw nothing. And then they were like fireworks. Like this, they've got a story now.
You're in a 1,000-seat room,
Yeah.
and there's a heckler, and someone's dealing with it. Like, it's crazy.
That's great.
So then the rest of the band pipes up, and they're like, you better hope that she goes get security, because we're going to kick your ass when you leave here.
Right
Oh
on.
my God, that's great. That's amazing.
So now everybody's getting jazzed up. So now it's not about
why isn't this actually a show?
words anymore.
Like,
Now it's about...
I want to go to PopCon
This
next
should be,
year.
yeah.
I want to fucking see Besser takes it on.
Yeah, takes it on.
So what would you guys have done?
What happened? At that point, what would I have done?
So then they get kicked out for threatening to kick my ass.
I love it.
And then and then it was over, so I got off stage and I walk out, and now security's talking to them about, you better not kick this guy's ass when he leaves. So that's how
fine.
it ended.
I think you handled that exactly how I would have handled it. I would have stayed on stage, and I would have just held onto that mic stand, and if anybody came near me, I would have fucking popped him in the skull, and I would have just sat there bagging on him.
But here's what I like about it. You made it funny.
Yes.
Like I when I'm mad, I don't have any of that finesse. I don't have that skill set at all. I would have literally said, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I would have started at a place that I wouldn't been able to find comedy from it. I don't know how to do that. You actually got playful with it, which I think, and you entertained those people. So I think you literally turned it into a little bit of a performance.
That's something
piece.
that's going on. Like, there was this thing with, and I don't want to go into it, but there was a comedian who was telling jokes he probably shouldn't have said, and a girl got offended by it. And
Dude, that's what we talked on the last time.
Her reaction.
It's happened 3 times since.
Her reaction was to get up and start talking shit at him, and then he brutally went after her even further. That's the thing about talking to comedians when they're on stage. Some of them are very good at just being funny and going at you. Other people are just going to say the worst things you could ever imagine.
You don't know what that experience is like to have somebody fuck up. Like when you're up there under the, under this sort of fake contract that we've made where you'll sit and I'll talk and that's it.
Yep.
And I came here with a big bag of shit that I'm going to show you and you're going to shut the fuck up and then just enjoy it like I'm a fucking living painting. And
right.
And when you stick your finger in the fucking living painting gets angry.
Yeah.
Some of us get angry, some of us get funny, some of us just walk off stage. Like, but you are fucking with something. You're like, it takes a lot of nerve. And I'm not just saying that about me. Anybody who gets up on stage and does this, I've seen guys in bands do it. I've seen guys in bands come unfucking hinged. I saw the singer from the Posies. Guy just stood in the front row and flipped him off the entire time. By the end of the show, the guy just went fucking haywire. Like,
fucking love that.
He just went fucking like, what's wrong with you? You want to fucking fight me? Fuck you! Like, he just couldn't deal. And that's what happens. That's the sauce that you're fucking with. So in that situation you're talking about with the comedian and the girl who then went and blogged, because when you fuck up a comedian's night, then you blog about it and hit retweet and everybody fucking gets off on it.
And it's also to me about, as weird as it is, about I wasn't getting paid, and I'm like, you think I'm going to stand up here and not get paid and you're just going to insult me and I'm not going to say anything? Fuck you. I'm going to say something back.
Yeah, totally.
And I'm going to say something horrible, and I would like to watch you cry or get upset.
But it's almost as though now it's going to have to be a thing where guys that run comedy clubs have to walk out on stage and go, by the way, if you are offended by words or ideas, you have to leave.
Yes!
Because every comedian on this stage is invited to use words and ideas
and we're gonna be
that are their own.
Bouncing all over the place.
I don't take responsibility for those words or like that, but I allow the comedians to do them. If you don't like any of those things, please leave. That's what happens in a comedy club. Period.
Yeah.
Period. Also, by the way,
and then you just see the midget get up
instead
and
of going home and blogging about it like a little bitch, go to the gym and work out and feel better, or do something else.
Speaking of midget, here's another comedy question here.
Speaking of midgets use a comedy question.
I love it.
You're not supposed to say midget.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
apologize.
That's what I'm saying. Have you said stuff in your act, or maybe ad-libbing off of your act, or trying out something new and going with it, where you say something like midget or something that, as you say, you're like, ooh, okay. Would I have said this if it was a room full of midgets? Would have I just had the word midget flat in my mouth if it was a room full of midgets? And if I wouldn't say it then, is it right to say it now with no midget in the room? Or say the word retarded, or just make like in improv, especially because we don't have a plan. Like you'll do a scene and you're in a wheelchair, and all of a sudden you're doing something that to someone in a wheelchair could watch and go, hey, that's not nice. But then you're like, I wasn't trying to be mean, but I just fell into that.
You know, it's like it happens. I mean, because of the way we've grown up, the words we use, it's just going to come out of you.
I think it's just we've made this as another unspoken contract where we've decided to forego what we know about a person and hold them completely responsible for an error. So if you say midget, but I've just spent 20 minutes laughing at you, and I'm like, I essentially know Matt Besser's if I distilled his entire act, pretty good guy, funny guy, pretty thoughtful. Now I've decided you're a bad person. Same with, the other words. Like Dave and I have had some criticism here about certain words, and because we have tranny, and so we have transgender listeners, so we're like, all right, fuck, I don't need to say tranny. But tranny.
And you probably got educated there too, man.
Right, but
we did get educated, but at the same time, they just had something like called, I don't know, what's Tranny Con or Tranny Expo or something, and where all these transsexuals got up and performed stuff, and I'm like, well, what the fuck is that?
But here's the thing.
They're using the word.
And then also we decide who can use what words and who can't. It's literally like a toolbox where you go, okay, you can use all the tools, can't use hammer. Hammer upsets people.
Right.
But the hammer's how I get the nail in. Can't use a hammer.
Well, that's
So
what I was.
go ahead and take two unwieldy instruments to make it. So small person is not midget. Midget's just a word as
But
a
small
word.
person's also not funny.
But that's what I'm saying. Midget as a word it has a funny sound to it.
And so does
funny beat.
tranny.
It's just one of those things. Tranny is a funny word, and also.
On the other hand,
also,
other words like
also to be fair,
nigger is not a funny word.
No.
There's nothing funny about it. That is just a pure hateful word to me.
Yeah, but you should be able to, like you're using it now. You're not being hateful. You're just
Right.
talking about the word.
But when
some people would go, you shouldn't even say
Exactly.
it when you're talking about
Yes,
it.
but you should if you're trying to have a conversation about the word. You should be able to say the word.
in the first.
Or if you're being a character that's racist as an improviser, I think
I
you
would
should
agree
be
with
able
that.
to say it.
If it's obvious that you are making
That's
fun
what I'm
of
playing,
that sort
yeah.
of human being.
But the thing is when we all decide to not understand human beings.
That's what's going on.
That's what. So it was fucking Daniel Tosh. We can just say it. So Daniel Tosh said had a rape. It was a rape thing.
He was telling
Nobody
rape
in
jokes.
this podcast, none of my comedian friends, and Daniel Tosh are not okay with rape. They're just not.
No, of course
They're just not. I'm not. It's not like I barely know who Daniel Tosh is. I've met him a few times. He's always been nice to me. I've not watched a lot of his act. I don't know enough about him to have an opinion about him. In the short time I've spent with him, I don't think he's pro-rape. I think if he was in a hallway and a woman was being raped, he would probably try and stop it. I suspect I absolutely
that's
believe
another improv thing that you know what, that may be the number one improv thing that gets bantied about is rape. Are joking about it. I did a scene this weekend where that was part of the joke, but then am I not considering that the likelihood there's probably someone in the audience that's been raped?
I would say 100%.
So is that fucked up of me to even go into that territory?
I made the decision a long time ago when I was starting out in San Francisco not to do any rape jokes because I knew there would always be someone in the audience who had probably, if not experienced it themselves, knows someone very close to them that has. Like, it's a very common, thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's each comedian's choice to make, and that's each audience member's choice to make to watch it. If you don't want to see it, get the fuck out of the club.
But because it's been given so much impact, it also has impact as a punchline. Because it is a word that means
that's
it's the
why.
most vile of the most vile
Right.
things.
Yes.
That is why it's brought up.
Right. That's why it also makes it like if you are raped by candy or whatever your thing is, or I would fucking rape that that Milky Way or whatever. That then you're like talking about something where you're like, oh, I'm using
AIDS
the
is another
most
thing like that gets.
and with this generation of comics, by the way, the kids that are the whatever you would call this generation, meaning the generation
they're
that's current now.
desensitized to the words.
Well, their generation doesn't have the problem with it that our generation had, and they throw it around quite a bit, and they all seem comfortable with it. I can't decide what's right for people who are going to comedy clubs and laughing, and people who are going to comedy clubs and doing that. That's for them. I'm uncomfortable with it because I don't know how to make it work.
I don't know how to make it work either.
And it is, but I can't.
You know, actually, I did have a joke a long time ago that I did. Okay, so I used to say I'm living in New York City, and so people are just different. And like when I go to a place like Minnesota, a stranger will walk by me on the street and go, "Hey, how you doing?" And that's just totally off putting. Like, it's crazy to me because if I'm in New York City and a guy walks up to me and says, "How you doing?" I'm gonna be raped again. Like, so that was a joke I told, but like, so is that a horrible joke?
No, it's really soft.
Is that an
and
offensive joke?
Also,
I used the word rape, but I know there are probably some people who would get horrified.
It's also
by it.
on you.
It's all on me.
It's also saying the difference between two different people. It's a very soft version of that, I suppose. I mean, it's just that thing of where, look, the weird thing is, everybody laughs in the moment, and then we all reevaluate and decide. You know what I mean? Because there was an instinct inside of us going, I know better. I know you're saying the most horrible thing you can to provoke me. You're provoking me. I'm laughing. Now I realize what you said is horrible because I'm thinking about somebody else. I haven't been raped, so I can't speak from that preference. I'm also not a transvestite.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Well,
you're very on the edge.
I really
Look,
like that
and here's
Katy
what I
Perry
said to a
movie.
guy on Twitter, because I made a comment about it on Twitter, and then I got attacked by all these people who were like, basically saying I was pro-rape, and it was like, no, I don't agree with rape jokes, but comedians have to be able to say whatever we have to be given the freedom to say whatever the fuck we want, because if we don't, then you're never going to get really good comedy. Because if I'm up there always worried about words to say, then it's not going to happen the way it should. And I said, this is the thing, if you have a problem with words, just give me a list of the words I can use, and then we'll all spread it around and use them, so you don't get offended in a comedy club.
Or just stop going to places where provocative words are used.
Yeah.
And don't go to
not
bookstores.
your place.
And don't go to please
Don't watch the news.
And don't go through history.
No.
Like, I mean, that thing Morgan Murphy said, I think it's going to get to the point where comics aren't going to want to work out in comedy clubs because they're afraid they'll be blogged about.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing her tweets,
Yeah,
but they
she's
were
right.
like, but because they won't be able to work out and fuck up.
Yeah.
You know, even to a certain degree, and I'm not right. You know, Michael Richards fucked up. He
did
made the
fuck
wrong
up.
choice, and there's
totally
something
fucked up.
inside of him that he chose those words and said them over and over again.
But
I'm
it
not
wasn't part of
defending
a bit, and people, that's the
He snapped.
context, and it just seemed like they were
just
fighting words, like
yeah,
he was just
lost
yelling
it.
at someone.
He was trying to make someone as angry as he possibly could. Like,
Right.
he snapped.
He snapped. But like, if you're building I didn't watch him build my Mini. You're building something in a comedy club. You're
Right.
literally building something until it's good enough to either be on television or on your special. That's all we're headed towards. Everybody's creating this little pile of shit that they're then going to use
Right.
to move forward in whatever this thing is that we're doing.
It's more in words. I mean, okay, I got this character. I haven't done it in a year, and I stopped doing it because, okay, and he's probably going to hear this now, but you know that comedian Josh Blue he has cerebral palsy?
Yep.
And most of his bits are about that.
Yeah.
And when I saw him on Last Comic Standing, I thought there was something funny about that he was trading in his disability, which on the one hand makes sense. What else is he going to talk about? That's his life, you know. Those are the observations he makes. But I also, I found there's something funny in that. So I came up with a character called Jason Yellow, who's deaf, blind, and armless. Have you guys not seen me do that? I haven't done it in years. But, you know, and all my jokes are about being deaf, blind, and armless. And I'm like, you know, how many disabilities can a comedian have and have every joke be about that? But then after a while, I'm like, would I do this
In front of
in
him?
front of Josh?
You should be able to.
I bet Josh is an actual comic that fucking does very well and works comedy clubs and knows every comedian. I guarantee you he would.
I have
guarantee
thought
he
about just sending him the thing going, hey, man, what do you think about this? Like, because he's probably a reasonable guy, but like,
I think so.
It's definitely based on him. And I'm not necessarily just making fun of him because there's a lot of, I've followed a deaf comedian. I've followed another cerebral palsy comedian before.
And I followed a woman. Wait,
Whatever your disability is. But I think that's my gauge, is will I do this in front?
Maybe the worst thing you've ever said. Just fantastic. Just fantastic. And the last of our women listeners leaves.
You
and
know
now
that it's
just me. It's just you.
I'm making fun of the idea.
You and I and
Yeah,
dudes in apartments.
I know.
That's what this show is. You, me, dudes in apartments.
I don't know. It's getting so frustrating to me watching all these comics get talked about on. The thing that doesn't bother me is that the blogging doesn't bother me. I know that's what really bothers you. I'm fine if you go see a comics act and you don't like it and you blog about it. The thing that fucking made me think that she was a total twat, and I said that, yes, is that she got up in the club and yelled at him and said, "What you're doing is wrong." Now, if you're on stage and you're in front of a packed house, your job is to keep the laughs rolling and not bring the show to a screeching halt. So if you're doing rape jokes and a woman stands up and says, "Rape jokes are never funny," what's your choice? Have an honest dialogue with her.
Wait, did this just happen sometime?
Yeah, happened a
couple
nights ago.
Oh, I don't know anything about this.
And so your choice is, right in that moment, I can have an honest dialogue with her and kill the show. I can agree with her and kill the show, or I can attack her and take it up a notch and make it ridiculous.
But here's the thing:
his response was,
"Who's his?"
Daniel Tosh. His response was, "Wouldn't it be funny if she got gang raped right now?"
Oh.
But that she sort of put him in a place where he had nowhere to go.
Well, no. Here's what he did.
And
It was like all those choices you laid out there. He picked one. It's like gambling.
Did pick one.
It's like gambling.
He did pick one.
Which one?
You don't have a lot of time to think about it.
It's like, which club am I going to use? Here's what I'm going to use. And it didn't work.
It did not work. It was
It could have gone. It could have gone.
But
the
the
other
people
way.
laughed, and I think that made her mad. But it's a horrifying thing.
I'm
to
not
say.
against. Look, I'm not against blogging. I'm just saying it's become like a meme. It's like, bad time at a comedy show. Why not hit up the blog and then fucking tweet that shit and retweet and ruin this guy's career? You know, like I'm not even like. Yeah, it just, and then it becomes this tempest in a teapot, and then everybody jumps in, and then Twitter blows up, and I tweeted, did Peter Tosh have a fight with a wrestler about crepes? Stupid Twitter.
No,
Peter Tosh has been dead for years.
You're a fucking moron.
But I feel like it becomes this thing where like we're watching everybody become hypocritical about, even with the Adam Carolla thing. Like, Adam Carolla said something stupid, and I'm not pro. I'm the last person to be pro his point of view. But Jesus Christ, everybody!
But was he joking around just like Dave's was just joking around?
Right?
And I only read it in print, so you don't hear the tone of his voice and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And I feel like you said, I don't think he's pro rape. That's where you have to, because I've heard a lot of. To me, the worst kind of humor is homophobic humor, where I feel like those comedians are homophobic.
They really believe
and
that.
they
Yeah.
they look down on gay people.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And when I hear them faggot, I've seen acts where the punchline is, and a guy kissed a guy. Like that's the fucking, to me that's hateful, and it's not. It's not. I feel like they do not like gay people.
Yeah.
So fuck them. Versus, I think I could say faggot in a scene. I think you would, like you're saying, you'd see from the rest of the show that I have probably a liberal point of view, and that's not how I really feel.
But the thing with Carolla is, I don't think he has a respect for. I don't think he has a high respect for women. But he had a show many years ago where part of the show was women jumping on trampolines. So that is already out there.
Right. That shows.
That's
the
a
character.
given. If Obama had said it, wow, we'd all be like, well, that's weird. If it came from an unexpected place, you'd be like, well, now I don't know who you are.
If the internet was the way it was
Obama
today,
does hate women, by the way. Did you know that?
Totally. If it was the way today, George Carlin would have never been able to do 7 Dirty Words. And Bill Hicks wouldn't have existed in any form because he would have just been getting attacked left and right. Like, those comics wouldn't have been able, if the way this is.
We have a lot of, what do they call, bell ringers or whatever. There's a lot of whistleblowers. A lot of whistleblowers, you know what I mean? And it's all, and it can be, and so now because of the internet, like that kind of stuff. But I also think after a while, people are just going to get tired of it. They just won't care.
I hope
It'll just
so.
become a thing that burns itself out because everyone's like, oh, everyone's upset about it. It's like now when you watch news shows and go, oh, this isn't news.
Yeah.
This is just people yelling at each other. This isn't actually news.
Right.
I have to go somewhere.
Was there
to
a
get
video
actual news.
of this?
No,
incident?
this girl just blogged it. And look, I'm not a Daniel Tosh isn't my thing. Like, his comedy doesn't work for me. But he's also probably, if not more popular than Louis, as popular as Louis, maybe the number one comedian in the country. And he is also the face of a network, you know, and so to do that to him is to try and destroy his career, which is just, it's not even. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I won't say this guy's name, but I know a guy who was a comedian and he was cast, and this is last year, on a sitcom, and he did something in Vegas where he said faggot, and that was recorded, and he lost his job.
Yeah. That's exactly right. I mean, that's at the end game for writing that blog was to try to get him.
Well, yeah, totally. I mean,
And was that
hurt.
worth it?
And she was hurt, and and so she decided to do that.
But if she'd gotten up and walked out of the club and gone and blogged about how he was doing those jokes, it's a different story than standing up and confronting someone and then you made the situation worse, and now you're mad because it got worse.
Maybe it would have been
doing
better for
lately-
just to go one-on-one to him after the show.
Yeah.
Go, hey, I know you think that joke. Maybe you should consider the feelings the way you said
Yeah.
that joke.
Yeah,
And he
absolutely.
can just
What I've been
respond
doing
to that.
recently is just doing my own sets, recording them, and then blogging about them. And just fucking taking my
Now
shit
you're
down.
offended
Yeah,
by
I
yourself.
fucking hate that guy.
I would love to
I
blog
just-
about your sets. Jesus Christ.
I'd have to do
it's-
something.
But it would just be such a boring blog.
Oh.
I don't disagree with that. We are on tour. You should fucking go because we may not do any shows after this because I'm quitting.
What's happening now?
What happened?
What is it, fucking Thursday? Holy shit. Hey, it's a week later. Greg's
No,
doing something
I'm quitting.
completely different with his
I'm
career.
stop quitting.
God, I fucking hate you.
Stop quitting.
Yeah, go to the shows. I guess we need people to go and buy tickets.
Yeah.
August 18, 19 will be in Austin and Oklahoma City. You can find all that information online at our website, walkingtheroom.com or gregbarrett.com.
Yep.
Yeah. And then come October will be the LA Podcast Festival. Go buy a fucking pass. What's your problem? That'll be October 12th, 13th, and 14th.
Yep. And then
You're in Montreal at the end of the month in June.
I'll be at the Montreal Comedy Festival for a week. And
Yeah.
I'll be in Chicago on the 19th, 20th, 20th, and 21st.
Matt?
I think I might be there too in Chicago. Yeah, Improv for Humans. That's my podcast.
Yeah.
And Freak Dance, freakdancemovie.com. You can get it everywhere.
Sweet.
Thanks,
Glitter
guys.
done.
Glitter done.
Please hang up and try again. Please hang up and try again. Please hang up and try again.